Hey there, this here's Billy Mack. Y'all might have heard of me from a tale a while back about how I met my wife, Tilly May. If and you didn't, that's no never mind. Anyways, I guess enough folks like my story because they overloaded the KRUD radio phone lines with calls saying they wants me to tell more of 'em. So you know what? I'm going to try to come up with a plan to do just that. I figure one story a month. Maybe every 2 months. Or so. I'm going to call it Billy Mack's Almost Factual Possible Tales. So now I'm going to play a little what you call lead-in music, and then I'll tell you what this month's tale is all about. This story is dedicated to all those Billy Mack fans that burned up them KRUD phone lines last month. I really appreciate you folks, all 5 of you. The tale begins as a young woman who has survived a terrible boating accident in the ocean struggles to swim to the safety of a small island beach early in the morning. As she surveys the small island, she sees parts of another boat and debris that is apparently decades old. Then she walks past the wreck and towards the wooded area where she sees a sort of hut-like thing. As she gets close, she is surprised when a strapping young man comes out of that hut.
Oh my! Oh, you scared me.
Well, you sort of scared me too. Are you okay? You're all wet. Where did you come from?
I'm all right. Now, kind of out of breath. I wasn't sure I would make it.
Make it?
You know, make it from out there. Our boat, ship, whatever, hit something. I don't know what. It started to lean and then filled with water, then...
Anyone else with you?
Yes. No. Yes, there was. The boat captain and another guy, a tourist. We'd both hired the boat for a short trip. I guess I'm the only one who made it.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you did. What's your name?
It's Evie. Well, it's really Evelyn, but come on, Evelyn? Just Evie. How about you?
Adam.
Is anyone else on the island?
I've never seen anyone. You're the first since I got here. I was a ship survivor too.
Really? When was yours?
Well, I'd have to check my marks, but I can say roughly, 20 years.
Oh, yeah. What? Did you say 20 years?
Right about, yeah.
But that would mean you were about 4 or 5.
Actually 6, approximately.
But you talk so well.
That's thanks to the 2 crates of books that were on the boat. I was a pretty good reader for my age, so I understood most of the ones I read.
This is incredible. But what about food? And aren't you afraid of the wild animals?
As far as the food, there's plenty of fruit-bearing trees, and I was lucky there was also a variety of seeds in another crate. Animals? Nah. Where would they come from? It's an island in the middle of the ocean. Anyway, I've never had a problem. Oh, I can catch fish anytime, and clams. There's lots and lots of clams, so there's that.
Wow. Clams. Ew. Don't know how I feel about that.
I guess you'll just get used to it. Give it a few days.
And that, my friends, is how it all began. She did give it a few days, a week in fact, but then there was a question that just kept needling her till she couldn't wait no longer.
You know, Adam, when I first got here, you told me all the things you'd learned to do, what with the books, the fishing, the food, clams and such. supposedly everything you need, except,
Except? Except what?
well, I mean, you've been alone here since you were 6 years old.
Yeah, and?
What do you do about sex?
About what?
Sex.
What's that?
Well, my fine new friend, let's go over to the shade under that tree and I will show you what sex is.
At this point, I'm going to let you use your imagination to figure out what happens next. No reason to go into details. You never know who's a-listening. After an appropriate amount of time, they was layin' on the beach, looking up at the palm trees when Evie spoke.
Well, Adam, how did you like sex?
I have to say that felt pretty darn good, but
But what?
look what it did to my clam digger.
If you're still here, thanks for listening to this month's Billy Mac's Most Factual Possible Tales. We'll see you next month. Or so.